Oh, okay. Hey y'all, what's good? So it's been a minute since I've uploaded and since I've updated you. I'm not gonna lie, I am tired, like beat. Okay, and that being is because I have been working on my fashion show this month with my learners. So I've just been tired organizing, and I have a couple of projects coming up. I've just been so tired, y'all. Like, I've really been tired. Although Bahia is on lockdown, I am not able to go to the bars or the restaurants or the beach. I mean, I go to the beach, but like, it's kind of like a secret beach. I haven't been able to do a lot of stuff, so I'm sure some people are probably like, how is she so tired? You didn't even, it's because I literally have been working on my fashion show with my learners. But I promised you that I would answer your questions if you sent questions through Instagram and through TikTok. So before I get into the questions, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get this thing going. Ha! So I got my little burner phone here, and I'm gonna be answering questions from my burner phone. Here we go. Let's get the password in, cause child, I hate this burner phone. All right, first question. Would you say that finding a place to stay is hard in Bahia? I tried to do research, but I can't find much on Bahia. Thanks. Okay. So we could definitely talk about that. I think it's easy to find a place. I think that you just have to like really be here. I don't think it's one of those situations where like, oh, you could just search online and find something. I think they had like Oeleshi when I was like living in Rio, but like that's Rio, But I think Oeleshi is here as well. As far as finding a space, you mean like to buy an apartment, to buy, or are you talking about like to rent? Because you have to be a little bit more specific. Because I found my places through Airbnb. That's how I find my things. That's how I find my accommodations. So it's pretty easy to find stuff here in Bahia, especially if you're on Airbnb. And also if you know people here. If you don't know people here, if you are a part of a community, like a hub or something wherever you're living, you could definitely see about that community that's already here in Bahia. For example, the dance community. So yeah, check that out. Next question. How hard was it to find a place without knowing if you would be safe or not? How hard is it to get residency or permission to live there by the government? I heard it was hard and you had to have a sponsor. That's why I asked about that, but you say you didn't have one. Yeah, I don't have residency here, and I only stay for the legal amount of days that you're given, which is 180 days. Technically it's 90 days, but you can get an extension if you go to the Policia Federal. And that is on a tourist visa. A business visa, I'm not too sure about. But I do know some people that you can reach out to for information about that. Student visa, I think it's a little bit different, and stable union is a little bit different. So yeah, it is a little bit difficult, but it's possible. It's not impossible. I am trying to work on something myself. I'm not going to be living here, but because I am dating someone here currently now, I do have to visit a little bit more often than usual. So I do have to kind of work something out, and not only just like to stay here, but to be able to enter the country when I can, so that, we can be together and all that stuff and stuff like that. So yeah. I haven't did the residency. Again, I only have a tourist visa, which is what I'm working on right now. So that's about it. So here we go. Next question. How much would you say I should save up before moving to another country? Do you think it would be hard to find work other places if you don't have a traveling job or an online job? yeah, if you want to live abroad, you're gonna need a remote job. That's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, unless you have a trade skill that you could just find a job anywhere in the world, aka being a nurse or being a travel physical therapist, whatever it is, or even being like a masseuse and like hands-on types of things that you could go all over the world with, then yeah, you're gonna need a remote job. You're gonna definitely need that. I have a remote job right now, and that's how I'm doing it. What's another thing that I was gonna say? It can be hard. In Brazil, I can speak for Brazil, Rio, and it's hard to find a job in Rio. I'm only speaking for Rio. I don't know, I keep mentioning it, is because Rio is where I had most of my Brazilian experience. I haven't had a lot of experience here in Bahia, and I honestly am not counting right now as like a total experience. And the reason that being is because we're on lockdown and it's a pandemic and a lot of things are not open. I'm not able to experience the things that people have experienced here pre-lockdown. With that being said, when I was living in Rio, it was hard getting a job. It was hard because you don't have residency. You're not a naturalized citizen here, so it's not very easy for you to get a job. It's also a language barrier. You have to know people here. It's not even like, get a job through, I don't know, Work Corp or something like that, Workforce. It's who you know, knowing somebody. Most people here teach English online. Those are like awesome remote jobs that you could definitely do. And yeah, that's about it. Guys, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you follow my TikTok, because to be honest, my TikTok has been jumping, and these are where most of these questions are coming from. And I also do like little short responses, so you could always just ask a question and I'll respond with a video. And how much should you save up? Sorry. For the 6 to 7 months that I was there, almost 8 months, or half of almost like, pretty much almost close to like a year, I saved up about $5,000 to live in Rio, and that was not enough. Rio is extremely expensive. Bahia is a little bit more on the affordable side, but Rio is super expensive. Sao Paulo is more affordable as well. So yeah, I would take what I said and you kind of like do the math and figure it out, because 6 months, 5,000 was not enough. Next question. How much would you, okay, I have that question already. How do you find jobs abroad? All right, so I already answered this question. I always get this question. This is a #1 question. How do you get jobs abroad? You just literally have to search online. There are YouTube videos. If you are a teacher, an educator, you could definitely sign up for multiple teaching jobs. I'll link some videos below that you can just go ahead and click and find out about jobs abroad. Well, not jobs abroad, but there's jobs that you can work abroad. And yeah, that's basically what most expats do. They basically work online, which is teaching English or whatever language they speak, or giving those types of group classes and stuff like that. That is like the most expat type of job you'll find. Salvador or Rio? That's gonna be the next episode, guys. I am not going to talk about that right now. We'll talk about that later. How does that actually work though? Do you ask? Okay, we got that question already. Next question. How long might it take to get comfortable if there's a language barrier? Years. Years. I'm still uncomfortable in Brazil. And Bahia has a completely different type of accent. Again, I'm not living here full time like some other folks where they can pick up the language and speak it 24/7, 365 days, etc. And also I am, years, hon, years. It took me literally 3 years to get comfortable speaking Portuguese in Rio. Rio, that's just a state. Okay, Bahia, I'll speak it because adjusted in Rio, but people here can definitely tell you're not from here. It's not like Rio, where Rio people be like, oh, maybe this place, that place, because they have their own prejudices or whatever it is, their own assumptions about you. Whereas here, they just see you, and it's like, yeah, no, and they can tell. You know what I'm saying? And it's your accent that gives it away. So feeling comfortable at this point, it takes years. I feel like people be like, she don't speak Portuguese like that. And I don't give to be honest. Like, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna know if you're talking shit about me. It's like, nah. I'm gonna know. I know. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I can get around. So it's not like I can't get around. I can get around. I'm not strung out. I'm not hung out. Like, I can get around. I'm literally okay. You know what I'm saying? But again, how long does it take? Years. It's not gonna take you 3 months. 3 months, you're not gonna be speaking whatever language it is, that's wherever you're going. It's gonna take years. All right, next question. What you should do for money if you plan to travel long term? So that's what I was saying before. This question, I told you I get this question all the time about money. And I was worried as well. Trust me, I had my run-ins with money living in Brazil. But you should definitely have like a savings account, something to fall back on for a rainy day. But that's anywhere you go, to be honest. You don't want to be living in New York with no money in your account, to be honest. Just keep it a stack. That's not fun. I don't think that's fun at all. I don't find that to be fun. Just keeping it a stack. Money-wise, definitely want to have a savings account. Definitely want to have money for a rainy day. Something might happen to you. Definitely have a job working abroad, unless you know somebody here that can hook you up with the hook up, where you can just be, working or what have you, and all that good stuff with them, and have some type of partnership. But yeah, that's one thing. Definitely have a job, and definitely have a savings account, and have something to fall back on. What are your in case of emergency strategies? Get sick, robbed, lost. Okay, I've been all three. So, it's not the worst thing that can happen to you. The worst thing that can happen to you is being kidnapped, in my opinion. But what I'm saying is, I've been sick in Brazil multiple times. Not with COVID, just with a cold or like the flu. And I basically, wow. It's good to know the hospitals out here. It's good to know what the hospitals are like. One thing I must say is there is free healthcare for certain things. So let's say you get hit by a car, you won't have to pay for your hospital bill because you got hit by a car or something like that, God forbid. And the surgery is provided to you. As far as getting robbed, child, been there, done that. That's why I got my burner phone. I would say always have a burner phone. If you got an old phone that you never use, you got an old phone that, I know a lot of us got these old phones that we just don't use no more. Keep it on you. Have a blank SIM card from your provider. That's one thing I must say as well. Have a blank SIM card from your carrier. That way you could transfer your transfer your number over to that SIM card and use it on your new phone. So definitely have a burner phone. Have a burner phone. Have a burner chip or whatever. Definitely that. Safety strategies. Try not to it depends on where you're going. Like if you're going to places like in South America, you definitely don't want to pull your phone out all the time. I would say definitely keep it on the low, because that's something that's a big deal here. It's phones. People love phones. They will steal your phone so fast. It's gone. Lost. I've been lost. Just talk to people. Going to a supermarket now if it's late at night, that's bad. Now I've been lost late at night. There are so many situations in Rio where I said, how did I not get kidnapped? Something that happened to me. Like, seriously, dead ass. Lost, didn't have enough money, all the machines are down in the area, the ATM, everything closed. Yeah, that You definitely want to find your nearest gas station, or you want to find your nearest convenience store that's open. There's stuff that's open 24/7 in certain cities for sure. So like Rio, there's something always open. I promise you. If you walk a couple of mile radius, you'll find something. Now, if you're in the West Zone, that's something else. That's tips for another day. But if you're like in Zona Sul, Zona Norte, stuff is open. You know what I'm saying? Even Zona Oeste stuff is open too. But like Zona Oeste is a little bit more rural, more campo, as they say. So you definitely, if you get lost, you definitely want to have a charged phone, data, or credits if you're using the phone number from out here. So that way you can call an Uber, whatever. Or if you feel like, you know, I don't got enough money, don't go out. Don't go out. I've been lost in the daytime as well, child. I've been lost to the point where like I walked through a favela. And this was my first time in Rio. My first time. I was a rookie on the block. I walked through a favela. If something like that ever happens, just keep walking. Don't turn around. Don't do a brisk turn around. Don't do a 180. Don't do that. Don't do a 180. Don't do a 180. Just keep walking. Go into a bar. There's always a bar. If it's a favela, it's a bar. Somewhere is a bar. There's a bar. Go into a bar. Hey, I'm lost. How do I get out of here? They'll help you. Seriously. Yeah, that has happened to me. And I just kept walking and I made my way out. I was out. It was nothing. What's another question? That's a good question though. That's a good question. I think that was the last one. That was it, guys. That was it. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in for the next episode where I say, which one do I like, Rio or Bahia? I feel like that's not fair. I'll talk about it later. Peace out, y'all. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.